In the last year or so, I've gotten really into selling on eBay. It started out of necessity. I had a bunch of stuff that I'd just been sitting on, no longer using, and I decided to list it all. And when it sold, it got me really excited about eBay to the point where I started going out seeking out things to start selling, whether it be at yard sales, flea markets, estate sales, the bins. I have been listing things and then selling them, and I just love the whole process, every part of it. I don't do this as a job. I do this as a hobby, and for me, it's more like a game than anything else. As such, I haven't really invested too much into my setup here. I take photos with my iPhone, and this happens to be my backdrop that I use for taking all of my photos just because I think it looks good. This is simply just a piece of blue construction paper or poster board that is sitting there, and then I post my stuff here in the front of that, and I think it looks good. But I decided recently, being that I'm turning my store into a bit of a toy store and a game store where everything's going to be pretty small items, I decided that I would make a purchase on Amazon where I upped my game a bit over the blue piece of poster board. If you've ever taken photos on eBay, you probably have an idea of what's in here, but if you guessed a portable photo studio shooting tent, you guessed right. The one that I decided on is from the brand Glendan, and they had pretty good reviews on Amazon. There's a 12-inch version of this that I was about to buy, but then I saw that they had the 16-inch version that was actually on sale. I got this for $42, and I thought this would be a sound investment over using my pretty ghetto setup now where I have to keep this poster board sitting around, and then I have to put it back there, and it's just kind of a mess. I think this is going to serve me a lot better, and I would use this video as an attempt to show you what it's like and maybe convince you, if you're thinking about getting something like this, that it's possibly worth it. Let's open this up and see what we're working with here. From what I understand, this has not only the box, but a couple different colored backgrounds that you can put in there too. Comes with this nice bag that I'll probably never use because I don't plan to travel with this, but you can see those backdrops there if they want to come out. Got that out. That's the box itself. And what's holding these babies up? Oh, they're folded in half. Okay. There we go. So we've got red, yellow, black, blue, gray, green, tan, purplish, white, and oh gosh, imagine using that as your color. Yikes. Let's open this up and see what we're working with here. Holy moly. Wow. You can see there's a cord here because this actually has its own light with it, which is nice too, because right now I'm using like a studio light that's right over there. I use this for my eBay photos too and won't need to do that anymore, so that'll be nice. But inside here, they give you instructions on how to set this up. There's also a cover for the light to kind of diffuse it a little bit. We'll just do this together in the event that maybe you're trying this and you're stuck. Just put that down like that, which gives you a actual box there. That was step 1 and 2. Then you're going to put in your background paper and assembly is complete. That's pretty darn easy. I've been interested in just doing a white background because I think that looks super clean. So I'm going to try that to start out with. So does this just go in there just like that? Wow. There's an actual strap up here that keeps that up there. Nice. You see that strap up there? That keeps it up there. There's the light across the top. Let's turn the light on and see what this looks like all lit up inside, being that we have pretty terrible lighting here as it is. Hopefully they give me lots of cord with this because I've got a distance to make it, but I do have an extender if I need to put it on there. There we go. I'd say it's probably 4 feet. Just plug that in there and got it plugged in. There's now a blue light on here. And if we click on off, wow, that is crazy bright. Dang, you can actually turn that up and down. That's, I guess, at full brightness. So there's it turned down. And then there's different, oh, you can do like a warm color. And that's a middle and then a cool. Interesting. Let's see what it looks like turned all the way up with the warm. Wow. That's wild. So it makes the white definitely look not white, but there you go. I'd probably go with the middle one maybe. It all depends on how it looks when I take the photos, but there is the white. What do we got here? Just a little piece of fabric or something. That's the only thing I'm worried about is like when these pieces get like dirty or smudged or like messed up in some way, that's going to show in the photos. But I guess that's when you switch colors. Let's switch it to, I don't know, let's do the blue and we'll see how it compares to my blue that I have out here, so we can do an actual comparison. But also give us an idea of what this is like when you try making one of these go the other way, because as you can see, this is already bent towards the purple side. Let's try to undo that and see what it looks like in here. Just fold that around like that. Put the strap onto the top. And yeah, that reverse fold will kind of work its way out, I suppose. There's a little plastic clip on the front here that holds that in. That actually worked out really nicely, and it looks good on camera. It really does. Let's change the color settings. We can change the mode. That looks even better. Wow. And then we can diffuse that light as well by using this. This diffuser can go like that, and it's just Velcroed to each side. And then get into that back one back there. Maybe. Okay. That actually does look really cool. And it makes my old setup look terrible, but let's put an item in there and see how it looks, particularly when it's getting photoed. I just grabbed this little Lego Duplo guy that will work in there. And obviously you can put a lot bigger stuff in here. This is, as I mentioned, the upgraded one where it's about 4 inches bigger in all directions. So if you're trying to, oh, see, there's some marks on that already. If you're trying to get photos of things that may not fit in 12 inches, you might want to get the bigger one. And I thought for the price, they were so close that you might as well. But I'll just get a little shot here. You don't want to have that. This is a really wide angle lens, so we'll bring it in like that. But yeah, that looks really good. Really good. I'm going to take the diffuser out and we'll see if it changes at all, if you really need to use that or not. Okay, so there it is with that. And yeah, I think you could go either way. I don't notice much of a difference. Maybe if I edit this back, I'll see it. But as it stands, like if this was my photo, I'd be pretty happy with that. In fact, I'd probably move them back a little bit because the light is kind of centered up like that. And there's actually a hole here at the top too, which I'll show you in a second. But yeah, I'm very satisfied with that. We get the shot just like that. And that looks like something someone would want to buy, hopefully. Spin around that way. That's beautiful. Really is. So, the top one, you lay them down here. You probably can already tell what this is going to be like, but you'd have to do a whole bunch of zooming on this, but you can take overhead shots too, if that works better for you. Regardless, it looks great, and this is one of those regrets that I have using this for as long as I did. This light box is giving me very much the same feeling that I had when I bought the label printer that I now use daily on eBay. I, for the longest time, resisted buying one, didn't think it would make sense financially, because I could get away with what I had, and I could have done the same thing with this. But doesn't this just seem so much better? The lighting's better, the coloring's better. I can use literally anything, including black. I'm very curious to see what that looks like. So let's put this one in here just as a little extra. If you came here for my thoughts on this, obviously it's a win, at least in my opinion. For $40, yeah, it's a good investment for eBay. But we're into the bonus section now, where we can try other things out and see how this looks with black inside. I'll put the diffuser in too. We'll go all in on this. This could be kind of cool, actually. Okay. Should we photograph something else? Oh, how about my son's Lego mock that he made? This is actually pretty cool, and I want to share it anyway, because I'm really proud of what he was able to build with this. Here you go, Lego Wolverine. Again, I have to kind of zoom in with this camera, because it's a very wide-angle lens. Otherwise, you kind of get, you don't want that in your shot. So if I go all the way in here, you can see how that photographs, and that's actually, that looks pretty good. If I use my phone, let me show you what this would look like. There you go. See, just like that. Dude, how good does that look? Thrilled with this thing. Holy smokes. Why have I not bought this a year ago? There's no going back in time, but at least for now, I've got this nice new setup that I'm very happy with. I will report back on this if I have any problems with it, or if I'm really not loving it, I'll report back, but I think that this is going to be something that it becomes very useful for me and that I really enjoy, and maybe even convinces some extra people to buy my stuff, you know, because photos are the most important thing. When people click on something, they're looking at those photos, and maybe this Wolverine, maybe that's all he needed. He didn't want to be in front of that. This is what he needed in his life, and maybe this is what you need in your life. So if that's the case, I'll link it down below. It's on Amazon. It's an affiliate link, so if you do buy it through there, if somehow this was like an epiphany for you that you should get one of these, it does support the channel, and I appreciate that. So on that, I hope you have a glorious rest of your day, and thank you for attending my tutorial on a Glendan 16x16x16 portable photo studio shooting tent, also known as Lightbox. I'll send you out with some blue background Wolverine shot here, looking absolutely awesome. I'm so thrilled with this. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video.